And today's thought of the day is how past wounds affect present choices. You know, your past is a compass with bent needles. If unhealed, it can point you to the wrong direction again and again. So today, we're going to examine that compass and learn how to repair it so it guides you towards the life you actually want. So raise your hand if you have ever wondered why you keep making the same mistakes in relationships, or why certain situations make you react so intensely that even you are surprised by your response. Thank you. Thank you. And keep those hands up if you are, because you are about to discover something profound about yourself. Thank you. Thank you. Now, here's the truth that might make you uncomfortable. Most of your adult decisions aren't actually made by your adult self, they are made by the wounded 8-year-old, the rejected teenager, or the criticized college student who still lives inside you. So let me paint a picture of Arjun. He's 28, successful in his IT job, but he's never stayed in a relationship longer than 6 months. Every time someone gets close, he finds reasons to create distance. He tells himself, like, she's too clingy. I need my space. But what's really happening? When Arjun was 12, his parents went through a bitter divorce, and his father left without explanation. Now, that 12-year boy learned people you love will abandon you, so better to leave first. Or consider Mira, a brilliant college student who never raises a hand in class despite knowing the answers. Her friends think she's shy, but the truth runs deeper. In fifth grade, she enthusiastically answered a question wrong in front of the whole class, and everyone laughed. Her teacher said, "Think before you speak, Mira." And that little girl decided it's safer to stay quiet than risk being wrong and humiliated. So just see, just one sentence from the teacher disturbed the whole future of Mira. So these aren't just stories, these are patterns. Childhood beliefs are like, I'm not good enough, I can't trust people, or I must be perfect to be loved, become the invisible software running your adult life. So unhealed wounds don't just sit quietly in the past. They actively hijack your present choices through fear. It's like having a smoke alarm that goes off every time you cook or even when there's no fire. Think about Ravi, who grew up with parents who constantly fought about money. Every argument ended with threats of the family falling apart. And today, he earns well, but holds money obsessively. He won't spend on things that would genuinely improve his life. A course that could advance his career, a vacation with his partner, even a decent mattress. His friends call him Kanjus, but Ravi's inner child believes if I spend money, everything will fall apart like it did at home. So let's get real about how this shows up in daily life. Your present behaviors are often just symptoms of earlier pain, like a limp that continues long after the injury has healed. One, the overachiever, that friend who burns out constantly working 16 hours a day. Often they're still the child who learned love is conditional on performance. If I achieve enough, maybe I'll be worthy of love. Then the people pleaser. Someone who can't say no, who apologizes for everything, or even things that aren't their fault. Usually, they carry a wound from being told their needs don't matter, that their worth depends on making others happy. Then there is the commitment phobe, that person who has amazing connections but never lets them develop into something deeper. They are often protecting the part of them that was hurt by someone who was supposed to stay but didn't. And then the perfectionist, the one who's paralyzed by fear of making mistakes. They're likely still that student who was criticized harshly for not being perfect, who learned that mistakes equal rejection. Let me tell you, this is the fascinating part. These behaviors made perfect sense when you were younger. They were survival strategies. Like Ravi's money hoarding made sense when financial stress threatened his family stability. Or Mira's silence made sense when speaking up led to humiliation. But the problem is, we are still using childhood solutions for adult situations. So let's do something powerful right now. So I want you to think of one self defeating pattern in your life. Maybe you avoid difficult conversations until they explode, or you might sabotage good opportunities when they come your way. Then you might choose partners who are emotionally unavailable. Then procrastinate on things that matter to you, or even get disproportionately angry at small criticisms. So just think about that one self defeating pattern. So I hope you got your pattern. Good. Now comes the detective work. Step one, ask yourself what event or memory planted this fear. Don't overthink it. Let your mind wander back. Maybe it was a teacher who humiliated you in front of the class, or parents who fought when you expressed needs, or being bullied for being different, or maybe a betrayal by someone you trusted, or feeling invisible or unheard in your family. Then, step two, connect the dots. How did that younger version of you decide to protect themselves? What rule did they create about how the world works? And then comes step three, that is the healing part. Write or say to yourself, this happened, it hurt, but I no longer let it define how I choose today. I repeat, this happened, it hurt, but I no longer let it define how I choose today. So, recognition is the first step towards liberation. When you understand that your bent compass needles are pointing you towards old fears instead of new possibilities, you can start the repair work. And this doesn't mean your past didn't matter or that the pain wasn't real. It means you are ready to honor what you learned while choosing differently now. So, your wounded inner child was incredibly wise. They found ways to keep you safe when you couldn't protect yourself. Thank them for that. But now your adult self can take the wheel. So here's your gentle challenge. This week, when you notice yourself making a fear based choice, pause and ask, how old do I feel right now? What is this younger part of me trying to protect me from? And then breathe and ask your adult self, what would I choose if I wasn't afraid? And remember, you're not doomed to repeat your past. Every moment offers you the chance to choose differently. Your history shaped you, but it doesn't have to script your future. The compass can be repaired. The needles can point true north again. And it starts with this awareness, this choice, this breath. So your healing is actually not just for you, it's for everyone whose life you'll touch with your renewed wholeness. So, with that thought, thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you. And may God bless you.